What's up, YouTube? Just finished putting together my object avoidance robot here. I designed this base myself based off of a couple other ones I've seen. I designed it, put it together, laser cut it, and just finished assembling it. And it was my goal to have this done by the end of the day tomorrow. So I'm finished a little bit early, so that's good. I figured I'd take this chance to do a video on goals, the importance of goals, and goal setting. To me, just having goals, specifically written goals, um, they're just important for so many reasons. I mean, I think anyone in the top of their field in anything, like you'll find those people have they have goals, they set goals, they have written goals. But so today I just wanted to talk about, what constitutes a good goal, as opposed to a bad goal, and just talk about the way I go about setting my goals. So, first, a good goal. A good goal would be a goal that is both specific and measurable. It has a timeline on it, and it has a plan attached to it. I think those three things, those are pretty much universally agreed upon, that those create a good goal. So, for example, if I said I want to, I'm going to lose 10 pounds in the next 10 weeks. So that's specific goal, is measurable, and I put a deadline to it. So the plan that I might attach to that goal is, let's say I would eat 2,200 calories a day. Going to make sure I get my 10,000 steps in every day. I am going to work out 3 times a week. And how am I going to track my progress? I'm going to weigh myself every day, and I'm going to take body measurements once a week. So and then I can make adjustments. That's, like I said, that fits all three criteria. It's specific and measurable. There's a deadline to it, and I have a plan to achieve that goal. So that would be an example of a good goal. An example of a bad goal would be if you just said, I want to lose weight. Even if you said, I want to lose 20 pounds, there's no deadline attached to it, and how you're going to go about achieving that. Because when you just say that, it's pretty much just a dream, something that you would like to happen, but if you don't set a deadline by when it's going to happen and set a plan to achieve that goal, it's much more likely to not happen. Like another example is if you just said, I want to be rich, or I want a lot of money. That's a lot different than saying I want to make $250,000 a year within the next 24 months. And then sit down and write a plan on how you go about achieving that. That's a good goal. So, now I guess I'll talk about how I go about setting my goals, and and how often I review. Because I read a study. I've seen different numbers, but it says only about I've seen different numbers, anywhere from 3% to 10% of people in the entire world have written goals. So, yeah. But it is what it is. So for me, and I'm definitely one of those people. Wasn't always one of those people, but I've noticed, at least personally, since I started writing down goals, I achieve a lot more of those goals, as opposed to just keeping it in my head. Because as human beings, we have about 1,500 thoughts per minute. So if you're just trying to keep those goals in your head, it's much likely to just get confused. Writing them down allows you to put clarity to your goal. It allows you, to be more accountable when you actually look back to see if you achieved those goals. Let's see. And it also helps you remember them. So for me, if I have a goal, so let's say, for instance, like the weight loss goal, that actually was one of my goals, my weight loss goal. So if I wanted to lose 10 pounds in 10 weeks, You know, so I would set that goal up, and then I would go about. I have the deadline to it. Then I say, well, what do I have to do in order to reach this goal? So I need to make a plan. You know, so my plan is to eat a certain number of calories. You know, which is going to be determined based off of you know, for me, I know that number is going to work for me just based off of my past experience. But you know, I also I want to do my 10,000 steps, and I want to make sure I work out 3 times a week, and then I'm going to have a way to measure that so that I can adjust so that I can make sure I lose that weight. So that's how I go about writing my goals, and I do that pretty much for every goal that I write down. So for that for the robot here, this design probably went through about anywhere from 5 to 10 different iterations before I got one that I liked and worked. So when I wrote down that goal, I had a deadline for finishing it. And the plan for doing it was pretty much, I decided, like what, to reach this goal from where I'm at now to get to where I want to get, I wrote down pretty much every possible step in between that I can think of in order to hit that goal. So a lot of it was just, going in and actually designing it. Then I had to go and actually laser cut it, test it out, make sure it works, go back to the drawing board. But pretty much, so I take a goal and I break it down into literally every possible step that I can think of at the time. And then I pretty much just start checking off those tasks, just getting those steps done. And, next thing you know, the goal's done. That's how I go about doing my goals. And then every Sunday, so at least once a week, I review all my goals just to keep them fresh in mind, keep the purpose behind why I'm actually doing the goal, and it keeps up motivation and it helps me accomplish my goal. So, step-by-step plan, reviewing once a week. That works for me. I know it works for a lot of other people. So hopefully, whoever sees this, maybe if you don't write your goals down, maybe you'll start and just see how much you can get done. All right, then that's all I got for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.